My name is Sarah Heuer. I'm a practice owner at Mac Dental. Prior to using Torch, I had no idea if I was getting good pricing on supplies. I would only see the invoice, the monthly invoice from our supply company, and it also included dental equipment, and it wasn't itemized. Chris, who does our ordering, finds that her job is quicker and easier because she doesn't have to spend so much time going to different websites for different products.
My name is Chris, and here at Mac Dental, I am a dental assistant, and I also do the ordering. I've been at that practice for about 8 years now, and a little over a year ago, I was given the task of doing the ordering. That process of doing that was very frustrating. At times, I felt a little overwhelmed. I didn't necessarily have a lot of training, so at first it was really hard because there would be stuff on the list that I didn't know what it was. So then that would turn into searching.
My name is Cathy Therrien. I am the office manager for Mac Dental. Part of my role is creating systems and processes within the organization. One of them would be obviously Torch. So new technology is meant to improve the day-to-day lives of our team. I think back to if we would have been working with Torch Dental at that point in time, she could have had a much easier transition. As far as making payments and dealing with invoices, it's a whole system and a half. And then not only that, but filing all those separate invoices and filing all those separate payments. So this aspect with Torch is just going to be so much easier.
When we had the demo for Torch, it was a really easy decision because we saw the cost savings that we'd get on a monthly basis, and that would definitely pay for that subscription. I could also see that there would be significant time savings and more price transparency. So it was really a no-brainer.
When I first heard about Torch Dental, I was just a little weary just because I'm not very computer savvy. So I was a little nervous how difficult it was to be able to navigate the site. And then I sat down with it and realized that it was very user-friendly. It was a lot better than I was anticipating.
You know what? Chris does such a good job with ordering. She just grabbed the Torch platform and just ran with it. I'm really proud of her. She's a go-getter, and thank God she is. But we would have had an easier transition for her if we were working with Torch Dental.
The hardest part about being a dental office owner is the shortage of team members. This ease of ordering with Torch is going to really help and attract team members and keep team members because there will be less frustrations around dental supply ordering.
Now with using Torch Dental, ordering has been a lot easier, and I feel a little less anxious, I guess you could say. I would be doing something else and I would be so worried about trying to get that order in by the end of the day, and I don't feel that anymore. It's just very easy. I get on, even if there's stuff that I don't order all the time. Just pop in what I'm looking for and pops up. I'm not doing the search anymore and trying to figure out the time when I'm going to do the search. So it's been a lot less stress. Before using Torch Dental, it was varying between probably about anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and a half a week, searching different places that we worked with, and then I would go onto those sites and I'd have to pull up all our old invoices and see if we got it from there. So it was a long process to take a little list of things we needed. Through Torch Dental, I've spent probably half the time, maybe about a half hour now. I do not feel I'm searching anymore.
Torch Dental has absolutely given me more peace of mind on how we're spending our budget on our dental supplies. Prior to using Torch Dental, every quarter we would look at numbers to make sure that our budget was being met and that the cost for supplies was appropriate. But I really didn't look at individual supplies or comparing prices for our supplies. One thing I was surprised about is that I could get substitute products. So there might be a really similar product that has cost savings attached with it.
On my end with Torch, I'm starting to see how much simpler on my end things are going to be. Some office managers are definitely tracking what the budget is and what is spent. And then some are down to the nitty-gritty like I am, making all those separate payments. I don't have to write up checks anymore. There's one credit card payment that goes to Torch. I have to be able to show and rectify that credit card to show where the receipts are. A lot of times those invoices weren't put on my desk, and then I'm hunting someone down trying to find. So yeah, this has been so much easier to just receive that email from Torch and then see what's in it, and it's right there. I'm taking it all either office supply or dental supply. So yeah, I'm not writing out separate checks to separate vendors.
In our office, we try to keep our office supply budget at 5 to 7% of our collections. I can look at that Torch website daily to see how we're doing on that budget. So I love the real-time numbers. Before I go to work in the morning, I'll look at different metrics for the business. Being like a dentist in 1995, those numbers were much slower to come. And what's really cool with things that are happening now with technology and AI, I can get those numbers like instantaneously. So I usually get those numbers when I'm drinking my coffee in the morning. If another dentist came to me and asked me if they should use Torch Dental, I would say go for it. It's easy, it saves time, it saves money, it is easy to track your expenses.